All right, welcome back. I'm your host again, Chris Pree with Smart Real Estate Coach. We have a cool episode today because we have back with us certified coach Russell Ham, Rusty. Just for a background, guys, I'm not going to get too far into the weeds with his background because he's been hanging out with us a while. Take these episodes down and go check them out. Episode number 222. And then he was also on Family Cast number 15. He was also on episode number 364 with other certified coaches. That was a really cool one. So episode 222, Family Cast number 15. I'm not sure. I think that might have been the same episode, actually. So episode 222 and episode 364. Rusty's got a great story. Worked as a PE teacher and coach, basketball coach, somewhere in the 17 to 23 year mark, and then came full-time. He escaped his W-2. It's what we do so well. We've been doing it for 10 years now. So I wanted you to hear from Rusty a little bit by himself, not with other coaches on this episode, and get a sense for what's up and coming in the community and a sense for what he sees. He's been coaching a lot of the people who come in on the basic ground level. So in other words, if you join our apprentice program, and by the way, for more information on that, just go to 3paydaysapprentice.com, 3paydaysapprentice.com. Really cool addition to our arsenal here for you guys. So whether you come in there or you come in at the high six level, you're going to go through your 90-day of onboarding, and you're going to hang out with Rusty, and you're going to hang out a little bit with Zach, my son-in-law and partner. So I thought it'd be really cool for you to hear from him today. So buckle in while we bring you the next Wicked Smart Masters class. All right, guys, I want to make sure to remind you about our QLS Live event. We've been hosting this thing since 2016 in a basement, and now we have a brand new facility in Boston, Massachusetts this year, 2024. It's going to be September 23rd and 24th. That's a Monday and a Tuesday. It makes it easy for travel. It is literally right next to the airport. Go to smartrealestatecoach.com/QLS Live and use the coupon code podcast50. That's going to give you 50% off. I'll see you there. All right, Rusty, welcome back, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, so today's focus was specifically, you and I were kibitzing before the show about sort of like, why come to the event? People scream on social media all the time, come to my event, we're different, right? So why should people come to QLS Live is what you and I were going to talk about. But already when we were talking, we talked about some success stories that we're just seeing bubble up now, and it's sometimes a direct result of them hanging out with us, right?
Yeah, so there's a couple of reasons why. Number one is you're rubbing shoulders with other like-minded people, right? You're all in the same room trying to achieve the same goal, which is, it could be whether you're trying to leave your W-2 or you just, you're looking for some sort of passive income as far as an investment, for your retirement or whatever. But number two is we've had so many success stories, including myself, coming out of events, where you're coming out of events and all of a sudden you're going on appointments and you're starting to get these deals, and then the floodgates start open, right? Once you get that first deal and you get that second deal, and then you start talking about, getting buyers in the houses, and then all of a sudden your confidence just shoots in the roof after you come out of these events.
So you just brought something to light that, like, you just hung out with us at a mini event.
Right.
At the end, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You can remember what you said, but it was something about you just got to regroup. I was like, great, regroup. Like, right?
Yeah, I was having a mental block, right? We talked about it, and we're very open and blunt to the point, right? So, we were very open, and I was very open to my recent struggles. We talked through it, we worked through it, got home, went on 3 appointments, 2 offers, and then I'm rejuvenated again, and I'm starting to talk to more people. So, oh yeah, for sure, coming to these events is huge as far as if you want to grow your business, right?
Yeah, so 2 things come to mind when you said that. I scribbled one down if you see me writing. One was, we belong to elite entrepreneurs as a company, Smart Real Estate Coach, as you know. And we go every so often, in the whole room, you mentioned like-minded people, right? People that'll support you, grow you, challenge you. There's no real estate companies there. They just happen to be, like you said, like-minded, push you, support you, hold you accountable to your goals. And they're going through the same shit. They go, like, when you go from 0 to $1 million, you go through certain things. When you go to $1 million to $3 million, you go to, like, these people who experience the same things. That's you, the Wicked Smart listener, coming to the QLS Live event. It's the same thing. Because you find people in the room. Rusty, you might think of some stories from when you first came. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I'm thinking of, like, you come to the room. If you're brand new, there's a whole bunch of people there that are brand new. Talk to them. Get started with them. If you've been struggling as a wholesaler or a flipper and you're like, yeah, the market's changing, I think I need real estate on your terms, creative real estate. Okay, go find them. There's a whole bunch of wholesales and flippers there that come for that reason because the market's shifting and our space is super, super sought after now. So I don't know if you think of anything like that from past events that comes.
Yeah, I guess I can talk personally. When I first came in, right, I was a high school teacher and I've been a basketball coach, right, and I knew nothing about real estate. So I was kind of in the peripheral. I was in the background, just like kind of taking it all in. And then when I hear stories, I'm like, oh, that's me, Yeah. And so then I started feeling like a little more comfortable, like, okay, these guys are having the same issues or same roadblocks. And, I'll reach out to them. Hey, how did you figure it out? And then, I just pick their brain so I can manage my way through as well.
Yeah. And why recreate the wheel, right? We're going through some challenges this week. I'll share this. And I said, Zach, we have a call with our coach. He happens to be the CEO of Elite. I said, go have the call and send me the recording. It was great because again, you go on someone's shoulder and go, hey, here's our challenges. What would you do? And he goes, boop, 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 boop. Been there, done that. So cool. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. So you and I were talking before the show about Hida. He's another student that was at one of our mini events recently, left here. It's weird because a lot of you Wicked Smart listeners are in this boat. Like, without coming to the event, he didn't know us personally. He knew us on YouTube and all this other stuff. And when he came to the event, like so many light bulbs went off. And I just saw you announce last night. That's why I bring this up. Was it two new, we call them takens for you guys that are new listeners. Their house is under contract. What did you announce last night?
Yeah, he got 2, we call them AOs, the sign outs. And when you come to the community, we'll dive deep into those. But yeah, he's a great story because he was with me in my first 90 days. He was doing all what he was supposed to be doing, dialing. He won a ton of appointments, because we talk about KPIs. We talk about numbers, how many appointments is it going to take to get a deal. And he was getting frustrated because he was going on a lot of appointments, but nothing was kind of coming to fruition, right? Yeah. He comes to the mini boot camp, and then all of a sudden, maybe there's some tweaks that you guys made for him to when he does go on appointments. Maybe there was a tweak in there that opened the floodgates for him. And then he has another, to use your vernacular, he has another one in the hopper. So he's probably got another one. I think he's got another one next week as well.
Yeah, and I told him, this is good for the listeners to know. I told him this Friday I jump on a call with him. He's a $2 million seller. And he said, are you going to be around? I said, yeah, I'll jump on it at 10 o'clock. Like, this is what we do. And I want everybody to understand that. It's not just an event and you go home and you're on your own. He is on fire. And one of our values is matching effort for effort. So he's got Rusty, he's got me, he's got Rick. We are all helping him. We have 3 coaches on his back because why? Because he demands it. He's after it. So that's what we do. That's what the community is all about. Rusty, what else comes to mind relative to QLS Live? Like anything content-wise, like you've been at so many different events with different content. We're going to do live calls of this one again. We're going to do script school. We're going to do all kinds of things. So anything else that comes to mind that they need to hear, keeping in mind that they probably haven't been to an event yet. Let's talk to that person. Anything else?
Yeah, we do a lot of deal structure too. I'm not sure if that's on the agenda, but deal structure too is a hot topic. A lot of people want to know how does a payday 1, payday 2, and payday 3 look like?
Yeah.
And there's tons of questions that, how did you arrive at that? And how did you, so that is another, and then you have your deal structure Sunday. So if you are not an associate, you can go onto their YouTube channel and look at some Sunday, deal structure Sundays. But that's another hot topic, right? How did you come up with payday 3? And that's usually kind of the biggest topic is payday 3s. But, yeah, that's definitely something that people come away with as far as, that's how I can make my money, right?
Yeah, so this has popped in my brain. So you see me reach for a piece of paper here. Okay, so there's two or three ways you can attend this event for the Wicked Smart listeners to know. And then I want to give you a guarantee. One is, okay, I heard Chris and Rusty, I get it. All right, I'm convinced. I'll come to the event. I'll give it my shot, and I'll see what these guys are all about. Okay, that's number one. And you can do nothing before then. You'll still have a great experience. You'll leave there fired up, I promise you, and you'll be empowered and confident. Or, alternatively, and I love you to comment on this, you can immerse yourself in the QLS home study program or the apprentice program. I'll give you links for those. And use this next, like, even if it's a month or 2 weeks or 2 months, whenever you hear this, to then come to the QLS Live event and be that much more like your foundation is slightly built. And so you're not starting from ground zero. You're starting from like, level 5 or whatever. I'm making that up. But you know what I'm saying? What do you think of that? Because you've been to them, and you've been to them cold, and you've been to them seasoned. So thoughts on that?
Yeah, because people want to dip their toe, right? A lot of people just want, I want to see what this is like. And then they show up to the event, just totally green, out of the box. And it's like drinking from water hose. You talk about that all the time, right? Or you can do it what Chris has said, which is do the hum study course, go through a few of the modules, get an idea of how this all works. And then when you come, then you can start diving in deeper, right? Instead of like going home and saying, oh, okay, this is something I can do. When you're at QLS and you have some sort of knowledge behind you, then, we can actually work with you a lot quicker.
All right, I'll do this. I'm looking at my piece of paper here for the show, and I have no like coupon code or anything for QLS, so I'm going to really piss the team off here, but here's what I'll say publicly. So I'm going to tell you guys to go to this link, smartrealestatecoach.com/PC, P as in Paul, C, stands for podcast, PCQLS. That'll get you to the QLS program. But I want you to email support. This is when they're going to love me, and tell them I said you heard Rusty and Chris, and you can have 50% off. Because I don't want to have any excuse. Like, and I'm sure there's a code somewhere, but I don't have it. So tell support it's 50% off. And then I'd like to give you a call, and I'll probably say it in my wrap-up thoughts, but go to smartrealestatecoach.com/Chris free call. I'll set you up the absolute best I can running into QLS Live. I might even throw a course or two into your academy so you have access to it before. So if you jump on QLS, I'll add some courses to your academy so you can really be tuned in. And then I guarantee you, I don't care if you drive from New England or you're flying like Rusty across country, I guarantee you'll consider it time well spent. And if you don't think that, whatever it costs you to get to the event, I'll refund you on the spot. So don't think there's anything holding you back. I just took everything away that could be possibly perceived in your brain to hold you back not coming, and just come and have a great time with us. We are limited, Rusty, as you know. It's a new venue in Boston. It's cool. We haven't been there yet as an event. And I think it holds like 135 or 140. So there is a true limitation this year. We feed you, which is obnoxious. I don't know how many people feed you like we feed you. I think Rusty gained 10 pounds last event. No, I'm only kidding. All right, Rusty, any last minute nuggets for these guys before we jump? And then we'll give them a couple more reminders of the links.
Nah, just get your butt there, because not only are you going to learn a ton, but there's great people there that you're going to be rubbing shoulders with for sure.
Oh, I didn't give them the apprentice link. So I think it's just 3, the numeric number 3, 3paydaysapprentice.com, 3paydaysapprentice.com. If I mess that up, ask support for the proper link. All right, Rusty, thanks for being on again, buddy.
All right, thanks, Chris. Take care.
All right, guys, that does wrap up another episode. As a reminder, we want to see you in Boston this year. QLS Live. Go to smartrealestatecoach.com/QLS Live and use the code podcast50. That's podcast50 to get you 50% off. Guys, I can't say enough about the apprentice program. Check that out as well. Now, be careful when you're checking that out. And here's why I say that. If I blindly send you information on our associate program and the apprentice program, you might take the shortest route. What I want you to do instead is explore which route, which pathway is going to best serve you and your goals. That's what it's all about. And I can help you with that. I'll do a free call with you to do this if you want. Just go to smartrealestatecoach.com/Chris free call. That's CHRIS free call. I'll dissect it with you. And if I think you should be on one of the levels, I'll let you know. If I think you're not a fit for the community, I'll let you know and I'll send you somewhere else. It'll be a very open, candid conversation as long as you're open to it. I know I can help you. I know you'll leave there with a couple nuggets. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to the Smart Real Estate Coach podcast. If you're ready to invest in yourself and take your investing to the next level, check out our 90-day Jumpstart program by going to smartrealestatecoach.com/jump. That's smartrealestatecoach.com/jump, because now is the time to act boldly in this unprecedented market shift.